Do you get paid extra to have to hold that up like that?
Great deal.
Welcome back, Tom. It's good
Thank
to see
you.
Hope you enjoyed Hawaii.
I did. Nice.
I'm sure you did. It's nice of you to come back so we could actually win a game.
Yeah.
Key to the season. You coming back, we actually get a win.
Yeah.
Obviously, our defensive effort was much nothing. Go-go's. 22% we held them to in the first half. Just our defensive activity in every way, shape, or form was much better today. You got a chance to win games when you do that. I told our team we got to eliminate worrying about winning and losing. You got to eliminate worrying about things that you can't control. You got to worry about certain things we try to define for our guys: deflections, what we want to do on the glass, what we want to do in field goal percentage defense. We want to have less than 10 turnovers, 40 deflections, be +7 each half on the glass. The whole team's under 38%. We worry about those things. The rest of our season will take care of itself. So let the guys stay focused on the things we were asking them to focus on. So that and our passing, we had 20 assists, which has been pretty good all year. But we've been able to get 76. Problem is we've been getting up 79.
Gary was active, obviously, on the glass, but he seemed to be more active offensively.
Yeah, I agree. He thought he had his best couple practices defensively. You know, we worked really hard on playing hard on defense, and it's by far the best he had played defensively. Like I told you before, I thought we had slipped into a confidence mode of thinking that we could just outscore teams, and you can't live that way.
Farad also seemed more aggressive offensively. He took the ball.
He's been that way, he's been that way all year, I think. Right? Even down at VCU, Farad gets defended by a lot of taller guys. But he's playing at a high level. He's paid the price. He's extremely, extremely dedicated. He worked unbelievably hard in the offseason. He's a guy that works on his shot. He works on his pull-up. Obviously, he's a great three-point shooter, but he's been working on going by people and making his floater. He takes a lot of pride. He loves basketball. So when you see a guy have the success he's having, you're happy for him. And I'm glad he's aggressive. He's a good player.
You guys usually obviously don't foul that much. Is that a result of the defensive aggression?
Some of it, some games are officiated different than others. Nowadays, with the emphasis changing. But I'd rather have the fouls we had today out of aggression than giving up 10 made threes a game. We held them to 4 for 21 because we had much more pressure on the ball offensively. So I'd rather have the fouls.
They didn't foul nearly as much in the second half. Is that something you told them to be conscious of?
Well, once Tulsa got to the bonus, I thought in the timeout, I explained to the guys there was 11 and change left. And our lead would evaporate quickly if we let them stop the clock and make 2 free throws. But we had to start moving our feet. Though we stopped moving our feet, we got to do a better job of moving our feet to the gaps. And they're they're fast. They're very quick at driving the ball. I can play anybody fast. They remind me of the old Marquette teams when Buzz was there. Their team speed at driving the ball to the paint. But we did a better job of moving our feet, and that was key because they did get it to the bonus early. But then we didn't put them on the line after that.
Coach, as far as toughness goes, did you see what you needed to see today? Did you need a close game to really get that gauge on that with your team?
I guess to answer your question, toughness to me is being able to get your job done. It's not about physicality. You got to be tough enough to get your job done. And if the team is making shots against you, you have to be tough enough to find a way to stop them and still win the game. And each game is different. We try to focus on playing really hard and being mentally tough enough to get your job done, whatever your job is. You've been coached, and if you've been coached to do something, you have no excuse not to do it, other than you're not mentally tough enough to concentrate. And we did a much better job of eliminating mistakes today. It's a game of mistakes, and we did a much better job of eliminating a lot of mistakes that we have made in the last few games, especially on the defensive.
You mentioned that the wins and losses take care of themselves, essentially. Was there an extra urgency to win, though? You can't afford to lose too many more in terms
I don't know,
of-
I got 5 years left on my contract.
I mean, in terms of the.
But I told them for
where
their
you are
season, they need to win.
For this season, I mean.
Yeah, I don't coach anymore for wins and losses. I'm just being honest with you, and I'm not sure, I tell them I don't coach anymore for wins or losses or for money. I got one house, one car. I'm from the west side, okay? I'm coaching for them. It's their season. And I'm going to be here next year, no matter how many we win or lose, okay? So that's what I explained to them. It's their season. There's certain things I'm not going to stand for. We're not going to give up 78 points at home, okay? Or the Rally Cats will be wearing uniforms instead of Rally Cat T-shirts. So, you have to ask them about the urgency piece. And I mean that. I'll be dead serious. I don't think of it that way. We could play. I tell you guys this all the time. We could lose, and I could still be happy. Fans, they want you to win, and that's what they should want. They pay money. They come to the games. They buy T-shirts. They want you to win. The reality is sometimes you play well and lose in sports. All I want us to do is play hard, and play as well as we should play, and play the way Cincinnati is supposed to play, or you shouldn't have came here. And then let the chips fall. I'm okay with all that. We used to, like I said, you guys know, we used to play in the Big East. You play some great games and get beat back in 2010, 11, 12. Some really, really good games, and you might lose the game, but you know that you played as hard as you could and as well as you could. So that's all I ask them to do, is do what you're capable of. And try to teach them that. That's why I'm coaching. And from here on out in my career, that's, after what I went through last year, there's a lot of things I evaluated. I'm coaching for them. And it's their season. So I don't, you've got to, fans and everybody else can worry about all that other stuff. I don't. Sammy's got homework, back to my original line. I'm more concerned about that. She's in 3rd grade now. I really am not. And if the day comes where I don't win enough and they ask me to move on, I'll move on. I'll be teeing it up with my boys at culture. So I don't talk about that to our team. Like, we gotta win, we gotta win. I want them worried about deflections, defense, rebounding, and taking care of the ball. That's all I want them worried about. I want them not listening to social media and everybody else that tells them how bad they need to win and how great they are, or how terrible they are, whatever. Because all that stuff has nothing to do with the outcome of the game. And I know you guys all, you have to do a job, you have to write it. It has nothing to do with anything at the end of the day. Sammy's homework is way more important. Thanks, guys.